Hey guys, I have a letter to share with you here from James Macarthur of Greater Manchester, England. Hello, Bob. I hope you enjoyed the Thornton's treats I gave you last time. I did. They were delicious. This time, I simply have a request to give you. Could you please consider reviewing Thomas and the Magic Railroad? Oh dear.
I bet that's all original and doesn't rip anything off.
It doesn't actually rip off anything. It's exactly what you think it is. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine movie.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a rip-off of Thomas the Tank Engine.
It's officially Thomas.
You do know your Thomas the Tank Engine, don't you, dear?
Yes, I do.
Don't you, Uncle Bob?
Yes, my nephew James is a flaming Thomas the Tank Engine fan. And I probably would have known about that movie if not for the fact that the Nostalgia Critic also reviewed that. Let's see. I loved this film as a child, but looking back, it was not a good movie at all. Upon further research, it's also a prime example of what happens when studio executives take a director's vision and ruin it. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that the director's vision would have been anything special with that one. Britt Allcroft, who had a lot of good ideas that would have made a decent kids film, but the American studio executives forced her to change many elements following initial test screenings. Despite all that, this film is still a guilty pleasure for me personally. I'd also recommend that you also try and look into purchasing Thomas the Tank Engine, the complete collection on Amazon.com, which contains all of the stories written by the Reverend Wilbert Awdry from 1945 to 1972. Wow. Okay, so not only was Thomas the Tank Engine a series of books, which I didn't know about, but it went on for nearly 3 decades? Crazy. I say this because the original books from which the TV show is based on are, in my opinion, much better, and will help you understand the spirit of Thomas. Awdry first came up with the initial stories to entertain his young son when the latter was sick with measles, and even though the first book was published over 70 years ago, they feel relatively timeless. Well, that's always a good thing in any given story. Of course, whether you do this is ultimately your decision. Once again, I look forward to seeing more of your work in the future. Kind regards, James Macarthur. Well, looks like I've got a potential review to work on, which will not only be a joy to my little nephew, but also to my fans abroad.
I smell the month.
Oh dear. Oh boy. Am I gonna
Good idea.
Am I gonna have to digitally impose my face onto a train for this block of videos?
You know it.
Creepy.
Either that or we'll get you a conductor's suit.
There you go. All aboard. Ding ding.
Oh my god.
Oh
no.
yeah. Well, so I got some more material to work with here, and if anyone has anything that they want to send me, go ahead and send it to the PO box in the corner. I will see you later, and as always, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.